Right, legends, how is everybody doing today? Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin. We had that fake out from that symmetrical triangle. What a dirty fake out to the upside. We're going to explain why did it fake out, also where we currently at here with the price of Bitcoin, and the major levels that we need to pay attention here in between today and tomorrow. So make sure to destroy that like button, guys. Smash it up. Let's go right away through the content, of course, the pure technical analysis. We'll be going through the price of Bitcoin. We'll be also doing lower time frame scenarios here on the possible moves that could happen. We're looking for trading, guys. Yes, Bitcoin could go to $60,000. It could go down to the low $30,000 in the next coming weeks, but we're looking for some possible trading setups to make some gains. We're going to go through Chainlink, that's absolutely exploding here for the last few days, doing really well, and also the DXY and the S&P 500 to analyze the situation here. We're going to take a look at some news that is going on. This was mentioned in today's video update. Of course, there is some other stuff going on that I want to talk about. But first of all, before we continue with the technical analysis, I want to say hello to the beautiful community, guys. How is everybody doing? Daniel, how are you doing, my man? Thanks for joining the stream. What's up, Market M? How are you doing? Crispy, Pickle, Dixon, Andy, dímelo, ¿cómo estás, campeón? Estoy muy bien. Gracias por preguntar. How are you doing, Dixon? ¿Cómo estás? Durand, it feels weird talking in Spanish on the stream, but I am Spanish, so if I got a Spanish comment, then I'll answer in Spanish, right? Durand, hello first. Tanmai, Mort, BTC will go down the drain, says Mort. Mort is saying that BTC will be going down the drain. Possibly yes. Possibly yes. Not down the drain, but some corrections, yes, absolutely. Very dirty, straight way. Hi guys, hi Andy, the rocket. Yes. How are you doing, Lama? Thanks for joining. Dumping still, it is dumping still a little bit. We are facing a nice level of support. I'm going to explain that right away on the lower time frames. Of course, we back inside of the triangle. We got that fake out here from this level. We need to be extremely cautious with fake outs here on Bitcoin. There was a bunch of liquidity. I did believe that we could just see another $500 pump here from this stage. However, we were getting resistance, of course. Why were we getting resistance? Well, we formed a nice big range here during the last week, and of course we were hitting the value area high of this trading zone, creating a swing failure pattern from these highs right over here, which was a target zone from bullish CVD divergence. There was a lot of selling pressure here from retail that they got absolutely burnt here with this massive pump of over $1,000, and it finally ended up with a swing failure pattern from the highs right over here from the weekend, basically on Friday, and also rejecting from the value area high of this trading range. Now we are dropping. I do think that we could drop to lower levels. Ain't looking good after a fake out to the upside. You could either break down to the downside or create a fake out as well to the downside. We're going to talk about the possibilities here of a fake out to the downside. I'm going to explain why it could fake out, because there is actually some important level of support. We faked out from this small little range of the last 2-3 days, where we have the highs right there creating a swing failure pattern. The closest higher lows from this range is this one right over here. Could we swing failure pattern this level right over here, creating a fake out as well? I've seen it multiple times. We sometimes create a fake out to the upside, then it looks like it's going to break down to the downside and another fake out to the downside, and then finally gets a pump, for example, right? Obviously, this would take a few days. It's not going to be instant, but we're going to talk about the possibilities of a fake out and how we could trade it, being responsible with great risk management. I'm going to explain that right away in this live stream, guys, so make sure to pay attention. You probably want to trade that yourself with very good risk management. Of course, it could break down in the end and we go to much lower levels. We're going to talk about the major levels of support and resistance on the lower time frames. But first of all, I can see Moon Boot Boy here, Mark Dutch, Aditya, thank you very much for joining the stream. You guys rock. Thank you very much. Just a correction, no worries, says Farhan. Yeah, absolutely, no worries. Hi Andy, good to be here. Cocky, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Where will be in 2030, your prediction? 2030, my long-term prediction for 2030, I'm going to say that before 2030, Bitcoin would have hit $500,000 per Bitcoin. That is my prediction. That is going to be possibly 2028, 27, maybe 2030, getting to that date. No doubt with the ETFs going on, guys, that Bitcoin, in the next coming years, give or take 3, 4, 5, Bitcoin will reach $500,000. Okay, we will see this. We will see this in the coming years. So it is definitely worth having some Bitcoin in your portfolio for the next coming years, right? If it is going to be 10x from current price levels, might as well have some Bitcoin, right? So shorter time frame, it could get very ugly, of course. Now let's talk about here, right, what's going on with the price of Bitcoin. We do know obviously that we did hit that value area high here from the range of 21, 22, that 618 Fibonacci. Okay, struggling very much. Hang on a second. Yeah, got the logarithmic done. Okay, there we go. We were passing that 618. It did not make sense. So basically hitting the 618 right over here just a few weeks ago, topping out at the 48, 49k levels with that value area high, creating a swing failure pattern from this lower high as well, as you can see. So what's happened here with this uptrend, in my personal opinion, that we will likely break down beneath $38,000. Okay, will it be a successful breakdown? Will it just create a double bottom? We don't really know, but there is a high chance that we are going to retest that low here in the next coming weeks. We're looking here for a lower high for the price to come back down to these lows. Based on pure market structure, right? Market structure here on the lower time frames has broken with a lower low, giving a high probability here of a lower high potentially already in, as we have hit the 50% Fibonacci from this pivot high to the pivot low. We have hit also the point of control here with this movement to the upside, right, from this consolidation range. My bad, this is on Coinbase. We got point of control down here, but on BYBIT, we do have here, of course, the point of control being exactly at the $43,600, right, from this consolidation between December and January. That high volume node getting that beautiful rejection just a few days ago. Very much highly predictable, very strong confluence zone. Okay, now, yes, just talking a little bit of what's happened, and basically what I am looking for here for the next coming weeks. It might not be in the next coming days, because we could come down here, then back up above $44,000. I do personally think that $44,000 plus is going to be hit in the coming days at some point before dipping beneath $38,000. High probability that that is going to happen. And that is purely based because there is some liquidity right at the $44,000 range. We also see the possibility of this being an ABC scenario right over here. Okay, so we need to pay attention on this scenario. When we do take a look at the movement to the upside here, it's very one wavy. Okay, if we do see this as an impulsive move to the downside, we've got only one wave here. We're looking for another wave up in a corrective structure at some point. So let's go in here through the scenarios. What happened inside of this symmetrical triangle? It looked pretty good. I guess many people were bullish. I was personally also, guys, expecting that we could get that leg up to $44,000. Very much aware that this high also could have got rejection. This was mentioned in the Legends as well, Legends trading community. I was actually bullish. I was mentioning to the Legends community that I would take this short scenario as a scalp, okay, because we could bounce here at support levels, but we started breaking down. We did not get any reaction whatsoever from a daily level that we had there. It just started breaking down. So we're remaining patient here with the possible scenarios here of the price reacting to this zone. No reaction. It just, basically blasted through here to the downside. So no long scenarios here. This was a good shorting opportunity, and that was purely based. It's a high of the range, swing failure pattern, and you're hitting the value area high from this massive zone of the last week. Okay, so you can see right there, value area high, swing failure pattern, definitely a shorting scenario right there that happened today. What is happening right now? We have a daily level that's just been tapped in the last few hours. We are trying to hold that daily level. It has got a reaction, as you can see on the chart. This daily level was just created with yesterday's close. Look at this massive wick today, a big up and down. So this daily level right over here was, you know, trying to act as support at the moment. Let's just explain here right away how also the 7/8 Fibonacci from this impulsive move, right? We're going to take a look at Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high. You've seen 7/8 here with that daily level that is trying to hold as support. In my opinion, this is likely going to have an attempt in breaking down. Usually when you do get a fake out from a triangle, whether it is to the downside, you have an attempt to break the other side, possibly successfully breaking out or possibly faking out as well. So we've had the fake out to the upside. We are expecting a possible breakdown or fake out to the downside. Now, the most important level of support that we do have that could turn out into a swing failure pattern. Remember, this is still a range. We are still inside of a major range, okay? Now, we could have attempt in breaking down here in a fast wick, okay? The faster the move down is, the faster the recovery is if it ends up in a failed breakdown from this low. Inside of a symmetrical triangle, we have the last lower highs, which were these ones. The last higher lows is this one. So could we fake out also from that low? Absolutely yes. This is why we want to be prepared for a high probability setup. I want to explain there is still a daily naked point of control from that range. Now here on BYBIT, it was kind of slightly tapped. When we do take a look at this consolidation from the 1st of February, we have a major point of control right there. This is where we got a bounce, as you can see here on Sunday. So we did get a reaction right there on BYBIT. I think this wick was only on BYBIT, maybe some other couple exchanges, but this naked point of control from the 1st of February hasn't been tapped on major exchanges. So that right over here is a high volume node. We like high volume nodes, guys. They do get a major reaction most of the time. And this high volume node, naked point of control, not in the case of BYBIT, we kind of wicked there. We already tapped that level, but it hasn't on a lot of exchanges. This naked point of control is also where we have this low over here. We love to add confluence at major highs and major lows. You know, this was definitely a possible fake out, you know, definitely a good shorting trade as you were rejecting from this level. Now the question is, now also based on the value area high of this trading range, right? We want to add confluence. You cannot get into a swing failure pattern from every single high and every single low. You need to add a bit of confluence. And with this low over here, we do have a high volume node from that consolidation from the 1st of February. A level to pay attention. This will be panic mode. Nobody wants to long this. Nobody wants to long here a major breakdown. Nobody wants to long here. It's going to be panic moment. Panic moments give you that best opportunity. Of course, the price needs to get above the low. It needs to wick down and wick back up. And the faster the move to the downside, the better the move to the upside can be, okay? Same as here. This doesn't look right for a short, right? For most retail people, right? You're thinking, right, we're breaking out. You know, we have $44,000 liquidity. This looks pretty good. You know, time to long, you know, breakout traders here get absolutely wrecked. And we do not want to be these kind of breakout traders. Understanding that the value area high right there, and we're getting a rejection from this pivot high. You know, this ain't a level to long. It's either a level to short, but not to long. We do not break out trade. That is for sure. So, right. That was a wild breakout, a wild fake out. Yes, it was. Absolutely. Most alts are bleeding slowly. Normally a sign of a dump incoming. Definitely a possibility. You know what is a clear sign that because of this drop as well, and that we could go to lower levels, guys? That is only one chart. It is only one chart, and that is the DXY. My goodness, this is, it's breaking through. It's breaking through that high volume node that was acting as resistance during 2023. As you can see here, we got a major pullback. We finally broke that up from this level, of course, but we broke straight back down, got a small reaction. Resistance, we're breaking through, guys. This ain't looking good. DXY looks insanely bullish for the next coming weeks. This ain't going to be good for Bitcoin. Of course, we might get this daily here getting a wick. If we do get that choppiness during the next coming days and reject, then okay, all good. Bitcoin could pump, to 44, 45K. I would still expect the DXY to create a higher low. If we start continuing to the upside here during today, tomorrow, it ain't going to be looking good. You might get a small little pullback, give a bit of room here for Bitcoin to actually get a move to the upside, but it ain't looking good for the next coming weeks. We can talk about halving in, when's the halving? Halving is just around the corner. What do we have here? 68 days, 75 days, okay, if it were to be 10 minutes per block. Halving in 70 days, ETF, very bullish. We have whales accumulating. It really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if DXY is bullish. I'm sorry, this is not good. A strong dollar means that nobody cares. People want to hold dollars when the dollar is strong and is possibly going to go stronger. So DXY pumping is not going to help Bitcoin basically go to to higher levels in the coming weeks. Okay, so I would be expecting the price of Bitcoin to break down beneath $39,000 in the next coming weeks, if not days. It is pure technical analysis. The probability in creating a lower high here at this range, if that is not already in would be nice. There is probabilities here in getting another leg up. That would be the best scenario. This ain't going to be a moment to start longing and start getting bullish. This is a moment to get out. I will probably even sell some of my Bitcoin. I did sell one Bitcoin here. I wish I would have sold a few more, but you never sell too much Bitcoin. But yeah, this would be a moment, this would be a second chance to get out, especially if you are getting that reaction here at this zone. If you start forming this kind of consolidation, in between $44,000-$45,000, it will be a moment to get out, in my opinion. Of course, there is the scenario of absolutely exploding here and going absolutely bananas. Obviously, I would not be interested in shorting or selling on any of my Bitcoin. The moment we start creating that choppiness, and start getting that reaction at the 618 Fibonacci, we start, losing some steam. That is the moment I will be very much interested, understanding that this is just a three-wave structure to the upside. This has broken here the structure right there with a lower low. I know for people that are only sticking bullish, it is hard to understand that this is going to form a lower high and that we're going to go to lower levels. It's very difficult for when you're insanely emotional on Bitcoin and you see all of this bullish news. But the charts say the news, guys, because then, you're going to get people bearish once the price already is coming beneath $38,000. This will not be the moment to be bearish. The moment to be bearish is before the movement happens. So, we'll be paying close attention to that scenario. Right now, so far, we are holding that daily. I only got into a couple of scalps today, just a few scalps, no major day trade, swing trade. Holding the daily level pretty nicely, holding the 7/8 Fibonacci. Okay, we could be bouncing here short term. We did get a pretty aggressive drop, so it does make sense to get a little bit of a bounce here and possibly a three-wave structure in ABC. A level of resistance that I would be taking a look at here, of course, would be that VWAP. VWAP also extremely important for all of those scalpers, traders out there. VWAP It's going to be interesting. VWAP is, currently sitting where we have this low over here. This could form a three-wave structure to the upside. VWAP here with this low support resistance flip, very likely going to get a rejection. So that is sitting at the $42,900. I would be paying attention to that level, okay, for a possible nice short scalp scenario. You got that support resistance flip. You got the VWAP. Let's take a look at Fibonacci from this pivot high from the drop of today. We do have, 382 is slightly beneath those levels. 50% could get a first instant rejection here from the 382, hitting VWAP and hitting that support resistance flip, okay? Very, very nice level of confluence at $42,900. Okay, some major levels here on the shorter time frame. Looking for that scalp. So for me, in a nutshell, trading plan a little bit dangerous here, in my opinion, to long short. I mean, we are holding that old daily level and the 7/8 Fibonacci. We are forming a bit of a one wave too. We could get that third wave. A little bit risky, in my opinion, just in case you do claim that low right there and end up in an ABC flat. I mean, getting into trades, into corrections are relatively complex, just because you got multiple different scenarios. ABC flat, testing the low. You got a possible higher low, normal, regular ABC. The best scenario here for me would be that VWAP and that support resistance flip to see if the price is, likely going to get a reaction and a possible cool off right there. So most important level here for a setup is that $42,900 that I do see here. If we suddenly start breaking down in the next coming hours, say, we continue this messy downtrend that we're having, naked point of control and these lows right there on BYBIT, okay, that would be absolutely a great level for a reaction, quick instant bounce. And I mean, I would take it as a scalp first of all. Could it turn into day trade, swing trade, and you're going to get a massive recovery from that level? Absolutely yes. However, we're also scalping. I mentioned in the Legends trading community that you can take this as a scalp. Take this trade right there, hitting resistance at the value area high of the range as a scalp. Make sure to take some profits here at the daily, possible support here from the resistance of the symmetrical triangle. Make sure to take some profits, leave some open just in case it is a fake out. Whoever did that obviously is locking some pretty nice gains after this drop of over $1,000 based on that short. So the same scenario here. Take this as a scalp because it might end up in a successful breakout. Okay, I would expect a quick reaction here from this naked point of control from the 1st of February price action. You got a high volume node right there, and you also got that low here on BYBIT, which is likely going to get a reaction. Would take it as a scalp based on the same thing. The higher low support from the symmetrical triangle and the value area low could react as resistance, and you could roll back down. But it's a successful trade. A lot of people can't manage to take profits. They don't take profits. They just have major targets. So I would take it as a scalp, take some profits here after you get that bounce of a few $100s. But I would leave some open just in case the recovery gets back inside the value area low, and that would be an insane good sign here. You're going to be in a really nice, comfortable, long position, stop loss at break even or maybe slightly in profits, and you're waiting here. If you do get acceptance back above that value area low of this trading range, you definitely have a chance then for that successful breakout in the coming days to finally get above $44,000 to take your profits. Okay, so I mean, you would save 50% of that position, maybe 40% if you want to be aggressive taking profits as a scalp, but it could turn into a swing trade, no doubt. Anyway, let's go right away here through the comment section, guys. Remember, if you are interested in trading BYBIT, #1 crypto trading platform, you have the best bonus down below in the description. You have $30,000 deposit bonus. Depending on what you deposit, it can be up to $30K. For all of those people that are just depositing small amounts, just by depositing $100, you do get $30 if you place one trade or two and move $500 worth of volume. You also get 20% fee reduction for 30 days by signing up with the link down below, legends. Okay, BYBIT, my #1 crypto trading platform. They've been around since 2018, extremely transparent, #1. If you could not trade on BYBIT, MEXC right now is a great option. They've put the fees back down, guys. I've been scalping on MEXC today. They have the lowest fees out there, 0.01 taker fee on futures. This is insane. For scalpers, it is a dream to have the fees so low. So check it out. Also, MEXC, it's the second link. If you cannot use BYBIT, of course, MEXC is a great option. Let's go through the comment section right away, and maybe we've got some altcoins to take a look at here right away. So legends, let's go through the comment section. Mark Dirch, 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗫, thank you, legends, for joining. Welcome BTC to dump down to $39,000. Yeah, I personally do expect that also to happen. I personally do think that it's going to happen. It is going to happen before we go to all-time high or above $50,000, right? We are going to create a lower high at some point here. And I did explain, some possible scenarios, when we do zoom in on lower time frames, and it's just as simple as taking a look at this pivot high and this pivot low. We've had a relatively quite aggressive move to the downside, breaking the uptrend structure. This movement to the upside, we can counter here very easily. It's formed a 5-wave move to the upside. Now we're in this bloody complex situation at the moment, which is the corrective move, which could end up in a absolute mess, right? Like it's doing right now. It could be an ABC flat. It could be a regular ABC. It's just getting a little bit, complex at the moment. Too many highs, too many fake outs. We're inside of the range for quite some time right now. But this doesn't mean, this only means one thing for me. We're still inside of the range. We're still inside of the range. We want to get out of the range, and we want to realize what are the major levels of support. Sweeping up these higher lows right there would be absolutely golden and get a major consolidation right there. I would be bullish. I would be bullish at this zone if we do get a consolidation. I would not be bullish if the price is just slicing through here like this. Of course, I won't be bullish. I won't be long in this. These are non-events for me. These are non-events. I just basically don't do anything. I need the ranges so I can know what levels we have here to trade. So that is one scenario. When we do take a look here at the Fibonacci time, we're getting very close to the 1-to-1 already. So, could we end up this corrective move very, very soon? It would be nice. It would be nice. Yeah, just in the next, 2 days, we'll be getting to the 1-to-1 extension, which is already nice for a corrective structure, right? 1-to-1 right there as a corrective move, and then get the next move. There's also the possibility in just creating, an ABC, which is not basically getting beneath the A wave, right? So it is also definitely a possibility. So there's just, corrective structures can be extremely complex. I would be more interested, of course, if we were to get that leg down. This for me ain't going to be a head and shoulder breakdown, okay? Head and shoulder with an ascending neckline. We're breaking down, and, we're measuring the target like this, right? And, we're just shorting the breakout, and we're going down to 40,400 as we break down. No. This is a big no-no for me. I do see the possibility of just sweeping up the lows and consolidating and then getting a push up, right? Retail are going to look at this as a head and shoulder, but not understanding, the possibility of a 3-wave move to the upside first to get above $40,000 and then smack down, okay? Get people confused, right? Bitcoin's here to get you confused, right? Just like this breakout of this symmetrical triangle. We're breaking out, bang, yeah, off to the races. No, we smack back down. Break down right now, we're going down to 39K. No, bang, we come straight back up, right? So we need to have that, inverse, psychology of what is going on. Let's go through the comment section, guys, here. Hopefully you have understood a little bit of that brief explanation. We've given major confluence levels where the price could react here. You know, there are definitely some interesting levels, lower time frame levels. We're getting a pretty nice bounce from that old daily level. I mean, let's see if we do get that leg up. It would make sense here for the price to have an attempt in breaking above 42,900, 43,000, where I do expect it struggling. We got the VWAP, we got the support resistance flip, you know, we got the 382, more like 50% possibility right there, trying to hit 50%. Got a nice confluence zone right there, and it would be a bit of a three-wave structure, very corrective. When you move like this and you move like this to the upside, you want to pay attention, because that is probably going to top out and move to the downside. Okay, so major level to pay attention here for a possible trading setup is that $42,900. Let's continue through the comment section. Is there any special altcoins that we want to take a look at? I have Chainlink here pumping. Looking pretty good. Yes, it's looking good, but I mean, we are hitting some lower highs right there that could end up in a swing failure pattern. I want to see the price of Bitcoin, of Chainlink, continuing to move above this level successfully during the next 24 hours. A little bit of a rejection level right there. Let me just take a look at Fibonacci, probably hitting around about, yeah, not even the 382. The 236 got a major reaction, as you can see here. I would expect Chainlink possibly to get that leg up to the 382, which is sitting at $23.50. Unless we do create a local swing failure pattern from this lower high right there and get a major pullback. It is getting a reaction, no doubt, from that level. When we zoom in on the lower time frames, it is struggling with that lower high from the price action here of 2023, right? Or 2022 even. Yeah, 2022. Getting a bit of a struggle right there from that major lower high. Right, we've got a few altcoins here in the comment section. Andy, hi Andy, where do you think Chainlink is headed near term? I mean, I do think it has a chance, obviously, depending on what Bitcoin is going to do. If Bitcoin starts dropping very aggressively beneath $39,000, right, in the coming days, maybe weeks, which is very much expected, you know, Chainlink will take a hit. Okay, it's having a little bit of its own life at the moment. It's getting a bit of pumpy action, not really, you know, reacting much on Bitcoin's short time frame. But if Bitcoin were to get a, you know, a few $1,000s of a drop, okay, finally getting beneath $39,000, that would be over a $3,000 drop, you know, even a $4,000 drop from current levels. You know, Chainlink will take that hit. It will take a hit. Okay, so short time frame, if we do manage to get above very nicely this lower high here from February of 2022, there is really not much resistance above us. You know, there's really not much resistance. We got a major drop here from January of 2022, not leaving much levels here of resistance. When we do take a look here at the value area range from 2021, 2022, you know, value area high, I'd say it's round about, yeah, we're still, yeah, we haven't got really much here. Point of control here from this consolidation of 2021 and 2022 is all the way up here at $27. The only major reaction level, let's take a look at Fibonacci from these two clear pivots. From this pivot to the pivot low, 50% from this pivot, wouldn't believe it's going to do much right there. Most importantly, from the all-time high to the low, 382, yeah, around about $22, $23. If we solidly break through this lower high, easy runner here, easy runner. There's really not much resistance on Chainlink, so it could get a major pop if we successfully break above this lower high, which is currently getting a smaller reaction. Okay, so I would expect Chainlink to continue that pump if we do close a solid daily candle here above this lower high from 2022. Let's continue here. Arbdot, please, Andy. Tanmai, let's take a look at, shall we take a look at Arbitrum? I think Arbitrum is very bullish. Arbitrum has had really nice few months. And let's see if we do have a chart here with more More data. Yeah, Arbitrum is currently, trying to hold this high that was created in April of 2023. The price action is getting volatility beneath that level. So it's just a basic resistance support flip right there. It did get an instant bounce here back in January. As you can see here, major bounce, resistance support flip, breaking through here, ending in a failed auction, coming back down to that support level. Not the most beautiful price action, to be honest. This ain't beautiful price action. It is sitting at support. You would arguably discuss that this is a head and shoulder structure. Ain't looking too great. Losing a bit of steam here. Beautiful swing failure pattern from this low right there when we came down here just about a week ago, right? Swing failure pattern from this low right there. Beautiful for a long position, no doubt. And yeah, it's good. It doesn't look too great. Price action, the momentum is moving to the downside. And, this would be extremely cautious. I mean, if Arbitrum were to come back down to this low, it's going to, when you create a lower high like this, it just ain't looking too great. Of course, there is the scenario of another fake out from this major level of support. That could happen. You get a small little instant bounce. But the momentum ain't looking too great here. But this would be a long position if you fake out from those lows. Because, I mean, this is a classic, it's head and shoulder scenario. Breakdown, let's all short the breakdown because we have major low targets in the coming days. And then it ends up in a nasty fake out. Okay, so it would be a long position only if you do get acceptance above that $1.55. Would be a major level that I would be paying attention here. I would set some alerts and just check how the price is coming down there. Let's go right away through Polkadot, Zilliqa. My goodness, Zilliqa. I haven't checked out Zilliqa. I did buy a bunch of Zilliqa. It is in the red, guys. Yeah, I bought Zilliqa at 2.1 cents. I am down on my Zilliqa holdings, but Zilliqa is in the portfolio. It's a bit of a high time, mid time frame, portfolio that, adding to my portfolio. When you buy something at these levels and you're in the red, who gives a damn? This is dirt cheap levels. This has found a floor at the 1.6, 1.5 cent level. This is just, for me, great accumulation zone for the next coming months. The more you stick around here, the more time you have for accumulating. Once this altcoin, right, which is an L1, starts, once it goes, it goes. You ain't gonna have time. You're gonna start buying late. You're gonna start buying late when things are popping. So it's just buying a bit of time. We still have a bit of time here during the next coming months till the halving happens. It's probably going to take many months till it shoots off. But once it starts shooting off, that's when you want to start DCAing out. I mean, if you want to wait for all-time high, I can already tell you a lot of altcoins will not reach the all-time high. I would say even 90% of the altcoins will not reach all-time high from 2021. It's a fact. It's going to happen. So, a lot of people buy up here and they say, okay, once we start breaking all-time high in the case of an altcoin, I'm going to start selling. Yeah, that would be easy, right? That would be an easy game, right? Let's all get rich. No, it's not going to happen like that. Many altcoins will not manage to break all-time high. Maybe Zilliqa is going to be one of them, right? Zilliqa did manage to break the all-time high here from the previous cycle, just slightly, but it was a moment to get out. Look how, it came straight back down. I would already consider halfway to start, and that would already be around about a 10x, almost a 10x here, as we're moving down from current price levels. To start getting out, because potentially also Zilliqa is going to could not reach all-time high, and you're not taking profits, you're waiting for all-time high. This is going to happen to a lot of people, guys. It's going to happen to a lot of people. They're going to wait for all-time highs. This is not Bitcoin, this is not Ethereum. It's an L1 solution. Could it hit all-time high in the cycle? Absolutely yes. there is a possibility, but I would, hey, you're making a 10x on something, don't be greedy. This is not a 100x altcoin. This is an altcoin that can do a 10x realistically, and be happy. If you're putting $10,000 and you make $100,000, I would take $50,000 out, right? Would take 50,000 out of the market. Be happy. You've made some gains. Leave the rest. If it goes higher, wonderful. You're going to take some more profits. Have definitely a strategy. And on altcoins, there's many altcoins that I believe that won't reach all-time high. In the case of Zilliqa, I did buy a bag of Zilliqa. I would be happy already. When we cross the 10-12 cent level, I would be ready to start taking some profits. Just understanding that I know a lot of altcoins will not reach all-time high, and you'll be left behind. You're going to ride the bags to the upside and back down. This is beautiful. I love this. Zilliqa, game on Zilliqa. This is an absolute beauty corrective move. Could it just, we're kind of just holding, lower high resistance as support. And it could still continue like this in the next coming weeks, right? Getting down to the 1.7, 1.6, right? Get it nasty, consolidate slightly in a downtrend till it actually finds a base and starts, moving to the upside in the coming months. Pretty good. Still really nice, cheap levels to buy up Zilliqa, okay? I do have Zilliqa in my portfolio. AP3 US dollar tether dropped. Maybe it's time to enter a long position. Let's go right away with that. Why not? Right. Let's go right away with AP3. One that I am high risk, possible insane rewards, guys, is Umbrella Network. It's also an Oracle solution. AP3 or AP3? I don't know. Who cares? I don't like this choppiness. I don't like it. I don't like this price action. It's very, very volatile, choppy, getting major resistance here. I mean, it's had a beautiful, nice, long consolidation in between 2022 and 2023. It is trying its best to break above the highs. Quite volatile. It's a mid-cap coin. Very, very difficult here. Oof. Very, very weird. Very, very weird waves here to the upside. It's struggling very, very much. No doubt that if it successfully breaks above this major level of resistance, that it is creating the $3.35. It is in an uptrend. Could it be a bit of a symmetrical triangle, an ascending triangle? Sorry, right there. The bullish pressure is there. Bullish pressure is there. It's just one of those altcoins that I don't like trading. I don't like trading these altcoins because I don't like how they move. These are very, 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 very strange movements. Very, very strange movements. I don't like how it moves. But no doubt, if it does get a breakout from this proven level of resistance created during the last week, which is $3.40 approximately, if you get that banging breakout, it's going to get an instant bounce here. Whether it is going to create a lower high or test the highs or not, it's likely going to create an instant bounce if you do get a quick pullback. So I would be paying attention for that movement because it's been a proven level of massive resistance, right? It's just basic resistance support flip. And the more touches you create here as resistance, the stronger it is going to be as support once you break through it. It might just be a quick bounce here, create a double top and then break through to the downside, but it will get an instant bounce. For long positions, yeah, I mean, you would want to create a higher low here at this range. You would want to create a higher low. So pivot low right there to pivot high. 61878 should be the ultimate level here to hold for the price of AP3 to get a bounce. 61878, not losing, higher low structure if you want to continue this major ascending triangle. would want to see a bit of reaction here. Want to see a little bit of a reaction here, and then obviously looking for that local double bottom, right? Something like this, right? You're forming a movement down, up, another consolidation down. You know, you want to start getting bullish at this kind of price action. So something very similar, right? Where you move down here, you know, and then you start moving down again, and then you're basically holding the zone to then get the movement to the upside. Yeah, this is an altcoin that I would not trade at the moment. Would not trade this. Yeah, I'm focusing on Bitcoin 90% of my time. So I know I'm not going to focus on this. If you want to focus on this, I would be looking for those scenarios like I mentioned. You know, hold that 61878 range with higher low support. And if you do get a successful breakout, you know, you're likely going to get an instant bounce here from this level of resistance, turning into support. Not much more really here to say on AP3 here. AP3. Let's go right away. Hey Andy, please, BTC TP, take profit. Let's take a look at BTC. I've smashed the like button. Guys, smash it up here. Share some love here. Free education, technical analysis on Bitcoin and altcoins, you know, talking about crypto, talking about news. We're going to go through a little bit of news that is going on right now, guys. We're talking about major levels on Bitcoin. Bitcoin looking pretty good. Formed a mini local SFP. I've got someone here asking me, what are the take profits here on Bitcoin? Where did you long or where did you short? Let me know right away. But like I said, this is a major level. We've got a bit of an order block right there, and it would be nice to get to 42,900 seems a really nice level based on VWAP. You got VWAP, you got a major support resistance flip. You got starting to hit 382 from the ultimate drop that we've had today. Would be nice to get that reaction. You're likely going to get a nice little pullback. It's a couple of $100. It's good for a nice little scalp from that level. You want to be cautious with this support level, resistance level that could be a support flip. But it's a nice scalp, no doubt. And you're claiming here the highs from this range. I mean, even better for this level is this lower high. Look at this. This is, I mean, look at that beauty. Bang. Look, this lower high right there, which is in confluence with that support resistance flip. Claim that lower high from this range with the VWAP. You got a beautiful scalp right there. Beautiful scalp. Likely going to get a rejection of, you know, $100 to $200. Easy rejection right there. Now, let's take a look at some news, guys. Don't forget ING. Injective protocol. What is ING doing? Injective had an insane 2023. It did, what did it do? Over a 40x or something like that. Something crazy. Injective protocol went absolutely through the roof and actually broke all-time high from 2021. I mean, how insane is that? It's one of the only altcoins that has broken all-time high from 2021. Absolutely crazy. Injective protocol in 1 year has done, yeah, just almost a 40x. Pretty crazy. Didn't have Injective in my portfolio. Right, we did something here. We did a bit of analysis right there. We kind of broke down from this higher low structure, supported from value area low, straight back up to value area high with the support resistance flip, straight back down. What can we see here with Injective? Because we have extended this massive range for many weeks right now. Looks very interesting. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the fixed. Beautiful swing faded pattern. Double top right there from the highs created in December of 2023. Massive opportunity. Double top right there for a short. Let's take a look at the at the range. We've got a bit of a range right there. Currently beneath the value area low of this entire trading range. Not looking too not looking like a major breakdown. Very choppy, very slow. It's not the same as Bitcoin with value areas. Not looking could it extend? Could this correction extend? We are forming lower highs. The level that I would be paying attention here would be this low right over here. I mean, we are creating lower highs. We are moving to the downside with lower highs, but it's going sideways quite a lot. So it's, I mean, there's not really much selling pressure as we're not forming major lower lows. It's a bit very rangy. It's not like low, high, lower high, lower low. You know, it's very rangy. So it could be just consolidating, reaccumulating. So I would be expecting this low here to get a reaction. And that is purely based on the sideways momentum that we are forming here on Injective. I mean, I am looking for a possible trading setup here. From this has been a major consolidation in November. And this is where you would take a look at Fibonacci from this pivot low. This is the start of a major rally that happened in December. So from that pivot low to the pivot high, we are interested in Fibonacci levels. And the 50% Fibonacci from that high created here hasn't been tapped yet. It has been tapped with this volatile move, but we created a new high right there. And 50% is exactly where this low is, slightly below. Sitting at $29.80. I would pay attention to that low. This is very likely going to create a swing failure pattern. We've got 50% Fibonacci from the lows of this consolidation of the start of the pump. And you got a high chance of creating a swing failure pattern to test the lower high resistance here of the trend line. Got a pretty nice level right there. It's the only kind of long setup that I do see here available for this crypto, which is Injective protocol. Got a possible of the Tesla. I would set some alerts right there and check here if it does create that recovery into a swing failure pattern. Likely going to get a pretty nice bounce. Let's go right away. What is happening to TUS dollar? I have no idea. My stable coins are US dollar Tether and US dollar coin. TUS dollar, I don't know, is it depegging or what is going on with this one? Yeah, I don't know what's happening to this. Not much is going on, to be honest. It's at a, yeah, I mean, they do depeg sometimes. They do depeg. Would I be worried? I don't know. I have no idea about Trust. Is it Trust US dollar? True US dollar. Currently losing its peg a little bit right now. I have no idea what's happening with this stable coin, to be honest. Not really interested. I mean, my stable coins are US dollar Tether and US dollar coin. I know they are the safest for the moment. Nothing is safe in crypto, but true US dollar, I don't know what's going on with this one. Let's check out some news here, guys. We talked about this today in today's update. Pro-Bitcoin candidate Nayib Bukele re-elected as president of El Salvador. El Salvador has been doing great during the last few years. Crime, no crime, hardly any crime at all. You know, the country's doing absolutely great during the last few years as he is president. He is actually a pro-Bitcoin guy, so would expect the country to thrive. They do have a bunch of Bitcoin, not as much as BlackRock, not as much as Michael Saylor, but he has some Bitcoin. It is legal tender right there, so this is obviously good mass adoption, no doubt. Rumors of Apple entering in Bitcoin and crypto space. I mean, this has been exploding on Twitter today, so it seems like the Apple, is integrating Bitcoin and crypto. We have Facebook and Instagram to allow a Bitcoin and ETF ads soon. This is also bullish. We have seen Google ads right now with Bitcoin and crypto in general. We are going to see Facebook and Instagram, just to spread the word. This is massive for adoption. Adoption is going to go so fast here for Bitcoin and crypto during the coming years. It's crazy. The number of addresses with over 1,000 Bitcoin surges to 1,999 from 1,999 to 2,067. So we've got 70 more wallets with 1,000 Bitcoin. There's been some whale accumulation going on. And in January, Bitcoin recorded its highest monthly trading volume since September of 2022. Bullish. Yeah, I mean, no doubt this has to do with the Bitcoin ETF. So January has had massive amount of volume here in Bitcoin, which is bullish. Yeah, bullish for the long term, but that doesn't mean anything here in the short term. I do strongly believe that Bitcoin will be going down to $39,000, creating a lower high at some point in the next coming weeks, unless that lower high is already in, which I don't think so. It doesn't make sense. It would make more sense to get another leg up here, get people extremely bullish. I will be selling some Bitcoin, guys, if we do get some reactions here in between $44,000, $45,000. I'm sorry. Yeah, it has to be done. Looking for an epic short position at that level with good risk management, you know, realizing that the price, hey, maybe it could continue to the upside. We'll be managing risk very, very well with swing short positions at $44,000, $45,000 range. If Andy run El Salvador, we know the currency would be Chainlink. Yeah, Chainlink will be legal tender if I was president. Right. Guys, I want to talk about also, there is a giveaway. I know a lot of people probably don't care about giveaways. They're here for technical analysis, setups. I'm going to make my own money. But hey, it is a giveaway. It is free money. And there's probably only a few dozen, maybe a few hundred that is joining this giveaway. That is the 𝗕𝗏, guys. The 𝗕𝗏 is giving $1,000. There's going to be 2 of 500. So there's going to be 2 people. Is going to be winning $500 by Friday. It will be announced in a live stream, guys. $500. There's probably not going to be much people joining this giveaway, so you definitely have a high chance in winning $500. The only thing that you need to do, super simple, following these steps. Sign up for the 𝗕𝗏, okay, with the link down below in the description. You can see it right over here, $1,000 giveaway. Step 2, activate your cash account. You activate it right over here. You got the tab once you sign up. Here you can swap Bitcoin to euro. You can, you know, do whatever you want. They have euros, guys. You have your own IBAN here, so it's a bank account as well. It's not a bank account. It's basically your own bank. You have the cash tab here. You just need to activate it. All right. And then the next step is depositing $20, whether that is on Bitcoin or euro, whatever. Then you can switch it to Bitcoin, withdraw, do whatever you want, but it's registered and you are going to be inside, okay, of that giveaway. Make sure to join if you want that $500, guys. Hey, why not? It is free money. Why not join the giveaway? That will be announced on Friday, guys. Check it out. Let's continue here with the next. Oh, Felipe, how are you doing, my man? Thank you very much for joining the stream. Felipe is also a legend. I want Casper for US. Okay, Casper for US. Tell Carl to talk to the attorneys to make it happen. I would use it on and even promote it. Yeah, I mean, it is only available in Europe. Currently, I mean, they are going to bring the debit card out very, very soon. Debit card will be out. This is going to be insane. Supposedly, it's going to be out before the summer, potentially. I mean, there's a lot of paperwork here, a lot of regulation behind this. Of course, it could extend to a few more months, but it's coming very, very soon. That would be absolutely awesome. You know, crypto profits, bang, into the 𝗕𝗏. You know, you have your own debit card. Start spending your profits, you know, with the debit card. Right. Why Link is pumping hard? Really, I haven't checked out any major news of Link. You know, let me know if you know. But Chainlink is pumping quite nicely during the last few days. I'm not sure if it is based on news that is happening, but it is getting a little bit of pumpy action during the last few days. Had a significant pump in the last week. It is up 40%, guys, in 1 week. Massive. Portfolio is doing great. I have thousands of Chainlink, guys. So My portfolio is absolutely banging at the moment. Thank God for that, because yeah, I was, accumulating, holding Chainlink. Chainlink has been the only crypto that I did not sell in the previous cycle. My first Chainlink was bought at $1.60 back in 2019. I rode it all the way up and I rode it all the way down. But it's a long-term investment. Did not take profits on this. K is not supported in the UK. I guess it's because it's not in the European Union, unfortunately. I mean, UK, my goodness, guys. I am leaving Europe. I'm leaving Europe. I've had enough. I've had enough. What's happening? What's happening with Europe? We're going down, guys. What is going on? I'm leaving. I've had enough. Get your popcorn for Chainlink. Yeah, not really much to say on Chainlink. If we do solidly break have a daily candle close above the $19.50, this lower high, there is really not much resistance above us. We only have basically the 382 Fibonacci from the all-time high to the lows. There's really not much resistance here inside of this range. If we break above this level, yeah, we're easily going to see $23 Chainlink, $24 approximately, around about that area. If we solidly break have a daily candle close above this lower high, there's not much resistance. It's having its own life for the moment. Bitcoin was dropping, Bitcoin's dropping, Chainlink is pumping. However, if Bitcoin were to get a significant drop in the next coming weeks down to $39,000, which I think is very likely to happen, Chainlink will take a hit, guys. It will take a hit. Small little volatility inside of a range, yeah, no pasa nada, no problem. But we start rolling down to below $39,000. Yeah, Chainlink will suffer from this drop. It will suffer from this drop, no doubt. Legends, thank you very much for joining the live stream. We have some major levels. I explained this at the beginning of the stream here on Bitcoin. Major levels to pay attention here for trading on Bitcoin. Now, looking pretty good for a possible shorting scenario. Scalp. And if we were to move down from here, we have a nice naked point of control that could end up in a swing failure pattern here from this low here created on BYBIT. Major reaction, fake out to the upside, getting a swing failure pattern from that lower high right there. Why not create another fake out to the downside? It is definitely possible. If we successfully break down, I am looking for that weekly level. There is a big weekly level here with a higher low, which is sitting at $41,600. Major level of support. Definitely a level where the price is going to get a reaction, get some instant bounce. You've got some nice scalp longs here to take at that zone. Legends, thank you very much for joining the stream. I will see you tomorrow.